everyone, Joshua here from Garden. We're back to a new Simpsons review, and we're reviewing the next episode, Marge Gets a Job. The episode starts with Marge getting these, bills or something, and this new shampoo, it's dish soap, which Homer drinks, and says that there's nothing wrong with it. And thinking what he's gonna do when he retires. Pretty much the same thing he's doing. Ned coming by, and yeah, you can tell that he's leaning, which Maggie's about to get torn, and yeah, they realize that part of their house is sinking. Which Homer and Bart watch this repairing, which again he just doesn't get. Which he gets a guy, and is asked with the money, which he says that he's not going to do it. So their house is on the news pretty much, and everybody's making fun of it. And Bart talking about Homer, which again they're like he's a vicious monster. And Marge is trying to talk Homer into doing the money, which he imagines of how he's in the nature wishing he had a TV. And Marge actually thinks that she's going to get a job. Yeah, after they go to this old train place, which it was a train, but it couldn't fit on the track, so it turned into what it is today. Once they get to this ceremony of Mr. Burns, of this this old employee that's retiring, which he does, or Smithers says that he does something special, which it looks like it's gonna be good, but here talking about Mr. Burns, which he wishes he could say a few last words, but he gets kicked out pretty much and thrown out. And again, Marge says that she probably would apply for that job, which Homer's like trying to put something from the Bible from it. And Bart gets flung out of the house. Marge is is busy making basically a reservation, or, Lisa's trying to help her as well. Homer comes in wondering where his lunchbox is, and Smithers reads it and is actually really good about it and tells everybody to go home because the job is taken. Homer is, again, not concerned with this and tries to make some stuff up and tells him that he's not listening pretty much with the paper. And Lisa is actually glad to see Homer and Marge actually working together at the plant. Bart just thinks of something and saying cool, which Homer's trying to teach Marge the basics pretty much. Maggie is stayed home babysat by Grandpa Simpson. She's saying that she's thirsty, but he thinks that she's sick, which she's trying to reach her bottle. And yeah, she's pretty much sent to work. And Mrs. Kerbaki gives everybody an assignment, or a test pretty much, and of course, Bart acting sick. She's trying to make a letter. Homer says that they'll get it no matter what it goes, and then it goes into the lake. Beavers collect it, and they just collect countless ones. Bart says, or Grandpa Simpson comes out with leeches, like actual leeches, and says that the monitor is going to be cold. After he says that he feels better now. Mr. Burns, you hear Star Wars kind of music playing in the background when it's just zoomed out with Smithers and Mr. Burns. He's looking through the monitors, and he sees Marge, which he tells Smithers to zoom in closer, which he says that his heart is basically going very hard. And then we just do a yeah. And he sneaks up with Marge and pretty much develops a crush on Marge. Yeah, Mr. Burns pretty much develops a crush on Marge. Falls in love with Marge. Gives her some flowers and a gift pretty much. And she wants to do something for the other employers, which, yeah, they're not very well looking. Even what it looks, and he thinks that they're doing well. And donut guy is getting their donuts back and says if anybody else wants to face his wrath. And they're like, no. And Smithers gives, or Mr. Burns gives Marge Smithers' office and puts Smithers in the job of the restrooms, which right when he claims it, Homer's about to explode, so he has to use the restroom, and we just hear him screaming. Which Bart says that he's feeling better when Kerbaki tells about this test. Then he fakes it again. And then Grandpa Simpson is wondering if the light's green. Bart said yep, and he nearly runs over people. Homer is just talking with Marge and complaining pretty much about this whole job thing. Again, Mr. Burns falling more in love with Marge, wanting to have an afternoon with her pretty much, and telling Smithers what he dreams about. And yeah, he wants to have a good compliment with a celebrity pretty much, which their house is fixed, and he tells the guy to get out, and he says, Marge, grab the gun. Which, yeah, he threatens to grab the gun. Which, Smithers tries to bribe the guy that they want with money, and then they release gas. Yeah, so they're doing it by force. So, Bart's false claims are not working anymore, so he's having to do the test outside of the classroom. Meanwhile, not far away, we see Krusty's studio, which, yeah, we see these birds and this vicious wolf, which they say laughter is their specialty, and the wolf goes insane, and again, like I said in the last one, the cops can't be more stupider. They're like, cute dog, or good dog. It's not a dog, it's a wolf, and they're not doing anything. They're just eating their donuts. So the wolf heads over to the school and starts attacking pretty much Bart, which Kerbaki not even saying anything about it. Mr. Burns is getting ready and actually asking out pretty much Marge, and has the celebrity that she loves, and yeah, pretty much threatening him with a gun that Smithers has. And again, she does tell him, Mr. Burns, that she's married. And then he fires her. Yeah. He fires her pretty much because she's married, even though that's no good excuse. Bart tries to get away, which thankfully he's saved, and gets into the classroom and tells the truth, or he says he tells the truth when there was no wolf, even though there was, and pretty much he's not conscious, so Grandpa takes him, and the wolf is of course defeated. Mr. Burns is obviously drawing devil horns and stuff on Marge while laughing maniacally. And we see that manager guy once again, that we've seen several times, offered him this drink because he says he hasn't slept in days, and pretty much bribing Mr. Burns, which he shows him the lawyers. He runs, and he says, Marge says that they better get out of there before he fires Homer too, and he says no, and he tells Mr. Burns off, and they decide to do something special. Mr. Burns decides to do something special for Homer and Marge, which they do so. The celebrity is obviously playing for them while he's basically chained by the foot. And it just ends with him singing while fireworks are playing in the background. Again, a real great episode. I really enjoyed this one. Again, season 4 is really going good here. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's one notifications turned on so you don't miss anything new. And let me know what y'all think. Catch you on the next one. Bye.